Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto content, and today we are going to be talking about Ripple or XRP, and we're also going to be discussing the price of $100 to $1,000 XRP, how it is possible, how it's going to happen essentially, and addressing a few concerns as well. So first and foremost, if you guys are an XRP holder and you guys believe in XRP, definitely leave a like on this video and also comment down below why. Now, I do want to address a few videos that I already uploaded regarding massive price predictions for XRP. Now, I don't believe in major price predictions for XRP because these individuals who are saying these price predictions are saying them in an instance that they are happening tomorrow, next day, etc. These price predictions that I'm saying in this video, $100 to $1,000, listen, they won't happen overnight. They're not going to happen next, week. They're not going to happen next month. They're going to take time. Assets just don't jump, to $1,000 overnight. They need to build up to that point. It's the same thing with XRP. And we're going to talk about how XRP gains value, how it gets to that point of being $100 to $1,000 as well. And who knows, it could go even higher at some point in time if it is being utilized the way that it needs to. So let's talk about specifics. So first and foremost, we're going to be discussing this market cap. So a lot of individuals think that XRP can't go to, we'll just say $1,000 because of the market cap for it. The market cap would be way too high. It would be, astronomically, overvalued, etc., right? So I just want to say market cap does not mean a thing. If I was to invest $1,000 into XRP, the market cap would not go up by $1,000. Market cap does not mean money inflows. Market cap is simply the value at which the price per token times the circulating supply or max supply is in terms of value. So market cap does not necessarily result in value or money flowing into an asset. Market cap is just the value at which an asset is pegged at, for an example. So I just want to say we need to stop, saying that market cap can't go that high because there's not enough money for it, or this or that. Market cap does not move by money pouring in. It's by the amount at which that asset is worth per one. So that is the debunked story of the idea of market cap. Now let's talk about, we're going to address B2B and P2P payments later on in this video and the market growth of those. Now I could not get access to this overall insight on their website. I put my email address in there. I tried to subscribe. I couldn't get it. But I have a website that basically pretty much goes in depth on all of this, as this is from 2014. Now we're going to talk about B2B and P2P payments as well as cross-border payments, and we're going to analyze how that data will tell us XRP is going to be worth at some point in time $100 plus. So let's debunk, first off, the idea that which XRP won't be utilized for cross-border payments because they are going to be using RippleNet or, another pretty much project that Ripple built, which is Xcurrent or something like that. So without further ado, let's get into the specifics on why or how XRP will be utilized to settle cross-border payments. With that being said, let's jump over to Photoshop. So now that we're in Photoshop, we are going to analyze this. So we have Bank A, Bank B here with XRP in the middle. Then we have Bank A to Bank B with just a straightforward arrow to Bank B here. Now, these are two different instances. This instance, we are using XRP, and this instance, we aren't. So why aren't we using XRP down here, and why are we using XRP up here? Good question. Let's figure that out overall. So let's actually move this up a little bit because we are going to draw. So, the idea that which XRP won't be utilized is the idea that there's RippleNet. But if you looked into it and if you'd done the research, you would understand that XRP needs to be utilized when there is a converting currency aspect in the figure. For an example, say for so I am over here on Bank A and I need to send money to Bank B. But the difference is that Bank A and Bank B are in totally two different countries. For an example, we'll just go off of the idea that Bank A is in the US. So let's actually drop that size down. So this is the US. And we'll just talk about, I don't know, we'll just say China. So this is the Chinese yen. So say for so I needed to send money from Bank A to Bank B. But we need to convert that currency, similar to an exchange, how you convert, I don't know, US dollar to XRP or XRP to Bitcoin or whatever the case may be, right? So how do we get the US dollar to this Chinese yen? Very simple. So a typical bank transfer would be something like down here, where it's just Bank A to Bank B. In this instance, we are not doing that. In fact, this is how cross-border payments are going to be set up on Ripple using XRP. Now, the difference here is that we are eliminating Nostro and Vostro accounts. And for anybody who doesn't know what those two things are, they're basically just one thing. But Swift uses Nostro Vostro accounts. Say for so you wanted to send money to your friend over in China and you live in the US. Basically, they need to pull liquidity out of a Nostro Vostro accounts. Yes, there's trillions of dollars locked in these accounts. And basically, that is what converts your currency over, and you pay, a pretty big fee, like $20 to $30, depending on how much you're moving. And that is how those transfers typically work now, and that is why it's so slow and painfully expensive. With this aspect, we are going to transfer money into XRP. XRP is going to be the liquidity state holder, and it's going to basically utilize the XRP currency to convert your currency over to this currency in a 3 to 5 second settlement time at a low cost fee of a fraction of a penny. And that is going to happen in that instance, and it's going to be a very quick settlement time on your end in your bank and also their bank. So that also eliminates the idea of using Nostro Vostro accounts, and basically XRP is going to be the state burn error for all fees accrued as well on the XRP ledger, and it's also going to be the converting currency. That is why, if you haven't seen that GIF of the money flowing through this side of XRP and coming out this side in a different currency, that is basically how it is going to be utilized on a basic scale, and that's the simplest way that I could use that. Now, you might be wondering, this is for B2B and also P2B payments, but why don't these two banks need to use XRP? Well, good question. They're both in the US. For an example, if you were in the US and you were sending money to this bank in the US, you're both using the US dollar. So there's no converting needed to transfer money to Bank A to Bank B. But in this instance, you need to convert because you're using two different currencies. It's as simple as that, and that is exactly how XRP will be utilized as the main fee holder or the liquidity state holder. Now, let's go back to Google and analyze this a little bit more. Now, I hope that simplified it for you guys, for anybody who was saying, hey, Ripple Labs doesn't need XRP to convert. Well, they do. Ripple themselves said that they need something to convert those two currencies and basically bridge those assets. That is how XRP is the Golden Gate bridge for these currencies as well. Now, when we're talking about B2B payments, first off, we need to talk about the B2B market growth. For an example, we've seen an almost 20% rise from 2021 to 2022 already, or we're going to see that rise to 2028, sorry. But we've seen in 2020 that it was worth $7.72 trillion, or so they were expecting it to. Now, they are saying that by 2028, they want this, or it should reach $25.65 trillion. That is pretty much how big that market growth is. Now, we also see that the P2P market, which is peer-to-peer, is only going to rise, well, it's still going to rise by 29.7% in 2027 to $558.91 billion, which doesn't seem like a lot, but this is just peer-to-peer. Business to business is more of a major market. That is where a lot of money is actually flowing over that network. Now, with that being said, we also have to talk about the fact that Ripple Labs is simplifying the B2B payments, and they're eliminating the Nostro Vostro accounts to ramp up the speed at which these payments are settled, as well as alleviating the pain points of those high cost fees. We also see there is no risk of chargebacks or cancellations as well, so that is great. We also see that it just takes a couple seconds, open source distributed payment protocol. There's no need for a foreign exchange component. It is set by the network-based market makers who compete transparently, to offer the best price. Now, we do see we are not interested in building Square-like operations, and the future here is the fact that they are really getting to know the fact that this market needs to be disrupted. B2B payments hasn't been disrupted at all for over I think it's 60 years now or something like that. But we do see that his view is that Ripple enables for the first time the exchange of value in exactly the same way the world has been exchanging information over the last 2 decades. This idea of the internet was for value exchange. Ripple is no different, and we think that it is a big deal, Larson said. We think that's really exciting for what it can provide to both new developers and to existing financial players. We're building the core technology that is the distributed real-time settlement system. And this is why I say that, when we talk about liquidity unlocking, they're unlocking a massive amount of liquidity, first off, and they're going to transact a ton of liquidity as well. Now, we do see real-time cross-border payments for banks as well. Now, this is the idea that Ripple is going to basically, or I should say RippleNet, because, again, everybody loves to use the word RippleNet. Within RippleNet, they are still going to be using XRP as the converter currency. They need to. But we do see that they have 55 plus countries already, new revenue, lower cost, consistent experience, one integration point as well. This is why this is their benefits for joining. Now we do see the opportunities, book new SME clients, increase remittance values, or revenues, I mean. Now we do see Santander's here. Big opportunity in small businesses as well. Small business payments are huge as well, guys. 71% of SMEs believe cross-border payments with foreign banks are problematic. So we've talked about this a little bit, but I honestly think that at some point in time, first off, the main value aspect for XRP that increases the price or will increase the price in the future, that will drive the most amount of money, because right now XRP's price is based off of retail buyers right now. So this isn't utility prices that we're seeing. This is just people buying XRP. When XRP's utility is actually in place, for example, when we are grasping a part of this market as well, cross-border payments are set up and we're ramping up, transactions pretty much every day, and money is flowing through XRP, we go back to this, to the idea of how it's going to basically be used. So when we look at this and we say, all right, so they're doing a ton of payments. The payments are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it's going at a rapid pace every single day, all day long. They're doing trillions of dollars a day, because even when we look at Swift is doing about $5 trillion a day in their transactions. That is where the idea comes into play that we see the true value of XRP be unlocked, because XRP's value in the future is going to be a liquidity state. It's going to be how much liquidity and how much revenue is going to be processed over XRP. And that is the idea of the bridge, right? That's how much goes over that bridge and comes back, and, etc., right? So when we look at that and we say, okay, well, how much of the market growth could it get, right? So even if it gets a small percentage of, for an example, I know a lot of people love to say the derivatives market, because the derivatives market is a massive, almost 1 quadrillion market. The only reason why XRP won't be able to grasp that market is because you would need to be a security to grasp that. But say for so, we grasp a little bit of the, I don't know, it's like, I think it's like $300 trillion or something like that. So say for so we grasp a little bit of the 300 trillion, and we just, I don't know, say for so we'll just say 10%. So that's $30 trillion, and at $30 trillion, we have currently, let's actually switch over to Chrome. So when we come over to XRP right now, we currently have about 46 billion in circulating supply. We'll just go off of the circulating supply right now. So when we get to $30 trillion, we are basically at almost $1,000 in general. We're actually at the current price of, hold on, we're actually about at $650 overall, or $655 for each XRP. So even if we grasp a small share of the cross-border payments market, the B2B market, the P2P market as well, that liquidity will allow the price of XRP to rise significantly. And that is where the true value of XRP and the true potential of XRP is unlocked. And that is where market cap does not matter. It's the utility price that matters. The utility will drive a lot of these assets' prices, and we have to stop looking at it from a market cap perspective, because we actually don't know how high these assets could go in price, because we don't have a comparison. See, everybody compares it to Bitcoin, for an example. I see a lot of people compare Bitcoin's market cap to other assets. For an example, a lot of people will say, well, XRP can't go up in price to this exact price because it will be worth more than Bitcoin. Just for reference, Bitcoin has no utility-driven factor besides the speculative store of value aspect. So when we look at XRP and when we look at any other asset in this game, you cannot compare it. Especially even HBAR and all the other assets that have massive utility behind them. You can't compare them to anything, because once they are actually utilized on a massive scale, that's when we actually see the huge amount of profit, or I should say the value, that is being unlocked by them. So with that being said, I hope that allows you to understand the idea of XRP being worth 3 to 4 digits. I hope that gets you to understand why a lot of these individuals are talking these massive price predictions. Now, this won't happen at once. This won't happen tomorrow. This won't happen next month. This won't happen next year. This will happen when CBDCs are put in place, and this is when things actually ramp up on a digitized scale. So when a lot of the market from overseas and these businesses and companies that are working with XRP start ramping up transactions over the XRP ledger or RippleNet using XRP as the converter for those currencies. So that's when that will actually happen. So it's going to take time, but I believe that we will get there once that happens. So CBDCs are still quite some time out, but when it is involved in crypto, that is when the true value becomes unlocked. So I hope that pretty much simplifies it for you guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys do want more free content, you guys could always follow me on Twitter at NCashOfficial. You guys could also join the Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.